Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's early, right? Where y'all from? LA? Because only people up right now is people in LA. All right, listen, right? I literally dropped a pre-sale yesterday for the how to handle student loans. It is, there is work that you have to do, but you won't be disappointed. Okay, it's a process, but it's good information. I don't know if you guys see my live yesterday. If you guys were in Connecticut, or if you guys are on my live yesterday, but yeah, it's deep. So we taking pre-orders for how to handle student loans. It's only four. Well, no, it's only 6 left. So yeah. Let me see. So really, there are a lot of issues with student loans. I kind of feel like, give me a second, y'all. Maybe y'all don't even have. Everybody don't have student loans though. Everybody don't have student loans. A lot of people do, but a lot of people don't. I mean, not always. I'm not going to say always, but I have gotten student loans deleted a number of times. A number of times. Yep, I've gotten student loans deleted a number of times. If you are doing credit as a business, you definitely need to get everything, like somebody said yesterday that they was going to do. Everything that we do, you can do as a business. Like, there's nothing that we're teaching you that you can't take and, you know what I mean, do it for yourself and do it for others. You know what I mean? We want you to be free. We want you to be able to make money, and consistent money. And that is why we teach everything that we do. Okay? But the thing about the student loans is that people don't really talk about the fact that they're not like the banking system, right? People don't talk about market securities, right? Federal Reserve banking. A lot of people aren't talking about that when they're talking about credit repair. But the reality is, if you really want to get technical, last year I said I was going to do Reliance Part 2, right? So the Reliance Part 1 is basically me teaching you how to, before you get the deletion off of your credit, you might as well go ahead and get the check, right? So you know that you can get compensated for any error on your credit. So if you know that there's errors on your credit, everybody has to know that your credit score cannot be that low if it's not any errors on there. There are always errors on your credit report. Okay? You guys are running from the credit report and running from these companies when you really shouldn't be. What you really should be doing is not running, but standing up to them. And when you stand up to them, that is when you get compensated. If you run from the companies, you're never going to get any money from them, and they owe you money. I don't know if you guys understand that or not. Do you guys understand, like, violations and all of that, or no? I know you hear it all the time, like, violations, but that shit is real. Like, it's really real. That's how people are getting compensation from having debt with another company. Because the debt that you had with a company is less than what the company owes you. And that is why you get compensated. But there's so many ways to see if you could get compensated. Yes, 15 USC 1692 is a violation, but 1692 what? Right? It's just not 15 USC 1692, 15 USC 1681. Okay, yeah, you know that part, right? But how do you apply it? You know what I'm saying? So like, it is enough to get a regular deletion with just quoting 15 USC 1692 to the person who not educated. You know what I'm saying? Like the person who get your dispute letter. You know, that may make them feel like, oh shit. You know what I mean? But you gotta come happier than that. You gotta come happier than just telling me 15 USC 1692. Okay, and now what? You know what I mean? All right, how are you going to exercise 15 USC 1692? What are you going to do? How is that going to turn into cash for you? How do you turn 15 USC 1692 into cash? Into even just $1,000? How do you really turn that into $1,000? And really, for half of y'all got about 40,000 on your credit. Yeah, 40. Because y'all got that many errors. But instead of standing up against the Bureau, you would rather settle with them when really they should be the one settling with you. Does that make sense to anybody? Does that make sense to anybody? Right? So, all right, let me tell you guys. Number one, okay. See, this shit can go a bunch of ways. It's just really depending on what we're talking about. You know, right? So it really just depends on what we're talking about. Are we talking about the credit bureau? Because we're talking about the credit bureau. Y'all don't have my permission to sell my information. That's number fucking one. That's number one, credit bureau. You don't have my permission to sell my information. Yeah, that's number one. I didn't give you permission. That's number one. Yep. I didn't give the credit bureau permission. Did y'all get a credit bureau permission? Maybe y'all gave them permission, but I didn't. I didn't give them permission to sell my information. My face is dry. Maybe y'all gave them permission, but I didn't. Does anybody remember giving the credit bureau permission to sell the information? I did. And so basically, what we have, so before I was doing the whole Reliance class, and then I broke it up into just collection calls and just inaccurate information and collection calls, inaccurate information. What else? Wage garnishments. People get ready to get their taxes taken from student loans. Yeah. People get ready to get their taxes taken from student loans. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but a lot of people are not going to get no tax return because of student loans. Yeah. If you have not had your fair day in court, your wages cannot be garnished. I don't give a fuck who's taking the money. I don't care who you owed. Okay? If they did not take you to court, they cannot legally take your taxes. But people don't know that. They cannot legally take your taxes if they did not give you a summons to come to court. Did y'all know that? You gotta have a summons to come to court, and then the judge has to rule in the favor of the company before you get wage garnishments. There is a process to wage garnishments. It is not just you know what I'm saying? So listen, there are 3 ways that you can take care of student loans. All right. 3 ways to handle student loans. You guys want to talk about them? 3 ways to handle student loans. 3 ways. There are 3 ways you can handle student loans. Let me know if you guys, okay. All right, so Red 5 Pretty. The first way you handle student loan is by doing the process that we talk about in the student loan book that I put out yesterday. Now listen, well, that's not the first way. You're backing up a little bit. The most common way is to send dispute letters, right? People will send just a dispute letter for their student loan, right? And think that it's going to be deleted. It's all gone, and that's not true, right? So the first way, write this down, the first way is dispute letters. The first way to handle a student loan is a dispute letter, okay? Inside the dispute letter, what you are praying for is a deletion from the credit bureau's aspect, okay? Do you guys understand that? When you're just writing a dispute letter, you are just getting a deletion from the credit bureau in the credit bureau system, not the company or the corporation, okay? The second way is, the first way is dispute letter. The second way is the process that we talked about yesterday, okay? So basically what that looks like is, yes, you've had a debt, but I don't even know if I should even use that as the second way. I think I should use the second way as the process with Reliance, right? So yes, I owed you money, right? Yes, I owed you $50,000. Yes, that is so true. I did owe you $50,000. However, now you owe me $150,000 because of all the things that you did and all the marks that you put on my credit report that has blocked me and stopped me from moving forward and moving, right? In my life, if I'm subjected to this lifestyle because I cannot move because of you. I cannot relocate and move my kids to a better area because of the Department of Education. Does that make sense to anybody? I cannot grow as an entrepreneur because of who? The Department of Education. I cannot grow as an entrepreneur because of who? Nelnet. Great Lakes. Right? Right? And then you have the third way, which basically just says, you know what, really? You guys really never had the money to give me. You know, I signed a contract with the school when I got the student loan. And now that I got the student loan, right, you already sold this loan to somebody else. Because number one, bank, you never had no fucking money to give me, number one. Okay, let's just be, I'm gonna hit you right there because you never had no money to give me. That's number one. Then number two, where's the original contract? Because if you don't show me an original contract, I don't gotta pay you shit. Where's the original contract? I don't remember signing it. I need to see the original contract. Where's the original contract that you have my signature stating X, Y, and Z? Where's that contract? After the student loan, this is a business, right? So once they're selling your information to different services, do you actually think they're keeping your original contract? They do not have it. Nelnet does not have it. Great Lakes do not have it. When you signed up originally, you did not sign up with them. Does anybody remember in the financial aid office seeing Nelnet or fucking Great Lakes? Anybody? If anybody tells me that they remember seeing Nelnet or Great Lakes or any of these other companies who now service their student loans, I don't know y'all. And you should not be reporting nothing on my credit if I don't have a relationship with you. I don't have any contract with you. But there's a way to do that when you're talking like that. It's a way to do that when you operate in that space of, really, y'all never had no money to give me, number one. Wait, hold up. You use my signature because the banks, for every dollar, listen, every dollar that a bank has, they can get up to 10, right? Up to 10,000. For every dollar, they can get up to 10,000 from the Federal Reserve. For every dollar, a bank can get up to 10,000 from the Federal Reserve. So what does that mean? What that means is you never had the money that you said you had, that you gave me. You didn't give me shit. So that in the book, in the student loan, how to handle student loans now book, that talks in that kind of way. So basically, it helps you get out of that space, that debt space with the student loan servicers, right? So they can be removed off your credit. That is only right now $297, but I mean, it's another level, and another level is that's where reliance comes in. That's what we're talking about. You know, what are we really talking about here? What is the bottom line? You know, although we know that it's all virtual money. Yeah, it's all virtual money. Although we know that, do you just not want to get none? Are you in a space that you're just saying, like, I'm cool, I don't want to get any money? No. Listen, half of y'all families are still struggling. Half of y'all still living paycheck to paycheck. Go get your money. Go get your money. Period. So the book, you can, I mean, if you just are satisfied with the deletion, you can just use the book. If you just want a deletion, okay? If you want to do reliance, then you need to do reliance. You know? Yep. Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to open up a mentorship soon. So we're going to see. We're going to see, because this is so deep to me, but I gotta teach it, and I kind of really feel like I really just want to do reliance. I'm still going to just do reliance as a business in a one-on-one versus the group, the mentorship. The reliance mentorship, I'm going to open up soon. I will have a I will put a link for you guys to join a wait list for reliance, the mentorship. And that's just gonna be that. I will start to formulate a wait list for those who are interested in joining the mentorship. But yeah. Because it's so much to teach. So I want to tell you something. Item model: when you are dealing with reliance with the student loan corporation or whoever holds your loan, unfortunately, this shit gotta get off your credit. I'm sorry, it gotta get off your credit, because it's illegal at that point to be on here. Right? It's illegal to stay on your credit. Okay? It cannot stay on your credit. Alright? Alright? So, yeah. It cannot stay on your credit. Because at that point, that would be a different kind of money. That would be more money. And these companies not trying to pay you no more money. They'd be fast to delete that shit before they even, I'm out of here. Listen, like, we really have seen companies, literally, companies have deleted items. Like, when we start the reliance process, a company will delete an item like they never was on your credit. They'll get ghost. Yep. They get ghost and take it right off your credit like they never was on here. Yeah. So a payment plan for mentorship? Probably not. Probably not. You know, at some point, you know, you just gotta be ready. You just gotta be ready to be mentored. You know, there's no payment plans for being mentored. You know, especially with something like this that's generating, unless it's like a private mentorship for $1,500 a month. That's different. But also, you know, the Reliance mentorship. I mean, the price is gonna be what the price is gonna be. You know, and nobody can teach you how to get and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars on a payment plan, you know. So let me just tell you this. Let me just tell you, if you're a person who feels like you need a payment plan, I'm going to tell you what to do, okay? Because obviously, if you need a payment plan, you don't have it. So what you need to do is purchase the inquiry deletion ebook. All right, get the inquiry deletion ebook. And then get the class, the business class that teaches you how to market that as a service to others. Okay? And now with I think it's like, let me see how much it is. Because if you need a payment plan, that means you need to have another stream of income. Right? So let me see how I can help you. So, if you, let me see, excuse me. All right, so, how much is this class? So the inquiry business class, right? Inquiries for business. If you don't have it, all right, you're going to pay $347. Okay, I'm going to help you. All right, you're going to pay $347. Okay, and marketing your inquiry business. That's what it's called. Okay, right. So you're going to learn how to market your inquiry business. Okay. We're going to give you 15-day access into the Zillionaire Credit Academy. What else are you going to get? You're going to get, let me see. You're going to get the 10 advantages of social media marketing. Would that help you? Would that help you at all? For the person who said they need a payment plan, but you need to just get into that class, and that's $347. All right. And you're going to get an ebook with that. All right. Yeah. So the Reliance class, we'll probably open up. We're probably going to start with a mentorship, which is going to be a year. I'm going to do $5,500 for the mentorship. Reliance Mentorship. For 1 year, $5,500. It is not a one-on-one. One-on-ones are $7,500. Okay, and I'm thinking about upping my price for one-on-ones, but right now one-on-ones are $7,500. Yeah, and the mentorship is going to be $5,500. So if you are a person that feels like you need a payment plan, you need to purchase the Inquiry as a Business course. You need to purchase the ebook, and you need to purchase the course, right? And inside the course, you're going to get a content calendar, okay? And you're also going to get, one second. And you're also going to get 10 advantages of social media marketing. Those are ebooks for you to have for free. And you're actually going to get the video course, okay? So you're going to get those 3 things inside the course. And you don't forget, you have to purchase the Inquiry ebook, okay? All right, so there you have it. So for $347, right, $347, you're going to be able to get the Inquiry class we did, the recording. You're going to be able to get a content calendar for your new business for 1 month. You're also going to be able to get the 10 advantages of social media marketing book, and then you have to purchase the the ebook. All right. You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm going to put the Inquiry. I'm gonna call it an Inquiry bundle. Inquiry bundle business class. Okay. And guess what I'm going to do for y'all? I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. And I'm going to... Don't nobody love y'all like this. I'm going to take care of y'all. Yeah, I'm going to do it for y'all. Oh man, I couldn't save my change. Oh, because it wasn't finished uploading. Mama, that's why you should have been here. You weren't here. So Mama, I'm helping them this morning. I'm going to offer them the business class because some people need a payment plan for Reliance, right? They need a payment plan, so we need to help those people. Okay. All right. And so, any questions? Any questions about that? Inquiries, reliance? Any questions? Does a wage garnishment rule apply for child support as well? I haven't had any like cases with child support, but I mean, I'm sure it's wage garnishments, you know? It's wage garnishments. Now, I have not had, I've gotten child support deletions on credit, but that's a good question. I'm not really sure about that. All right, so here we go again. So I'm going to, if you just bought a bundle, it'll have everything in there. I mean, a lot of people have bigger problems. So listen, if you are a person who are getting if child support is garnishing your wages, you need another stream of income. Okay, fuck that. You need to make some money. That's why you're broke. You don't have it. Fuck. That's why they're garnishing your wages. So the solution at that point is to, I mean, you know, we talking about kids and shit at that point. You know, I mean, we're not challenging. It's a difference. You're not fighting to not pay child support for your kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, no, you shouldn't be, first of all, you shouldn't even be in child support, number one. So, nigga, if you in child support, let's get you some money. Like, you need to figure out how you're going to make some money to take care of these damn kids. Let's get it, that's the energy. Fuck. Just start going in my bag, right? Just start getting in the bag, because that's the truth. And it's one thing to say, I want to off my credit. But it's another thing to talk about, oh, now I want to turn up, you know, because they make me pay child support. I'm going to look at you crazy. Like, no, you need the inquiry class first. First thing you do, if you want child support and it's tight for you, get the inquiry class. You know what I'm saying? Like, create another stream of income so you can do something better for yourself and you can level up in a way that people can respect you. The reason why women don't respect these men and the families and the women they come from is because, you know, they always try to find a way out. You always want to find a way out of something that was created really for the level you up, but you keep fucking running because you don't want to own a responsibility. Well, the reality is, the sooner you own a responsibility of being a father of a child, right, or being a sperm donor of a child that you are neglecting and not taking care of, when you begin to own that responsibility, doors open up for you. That is what you don't understand, right? So you're running away from your blessing, right? There's a blessing connected to your responsibility, and you'll never have that blessing because you're running away from it. And that's just it. You're running away from a big blessing for you. So some doors will just never open for you because you're running in a different direction. When the reality is, you got to run towards the struggle. You got to run inside, because when you run towards it, that's where the power happens at. That's where your doors opening at. When you're trying to be a blessing and help the mother who's taking care of your child to create a bigger blessing for this world, right? When you support your child and you support the mother of your child, what you're doing is opening up doors for you. You're opening up doors for you. You're making more blessings come towards you. So instead of y'all trying to hide from the baby moms and shit, what you need to be doing is calling her up saying, wait, what do you need? How can I be a blessing to you? How can I help you? Because I know being a full-time mom is very hard, right? You want to grow in your own life and you got things you want to do for yourself. What can I do to help you, right? Give her extra money sometimes, right? Because really the money that you're giving, that can't do nothing. Let's talk for a minute. So if you are a man and you are in child support and you don't have it and you're struggling, the reason why you're struggling is because you don't take care of your responsibilities. Guess what? When you run away from your responsibility, you are now signing yourself up for struggle. If you know that or not. You are signing yourself up for a rat race if you know that or not. So you're not doing anything to us women when you don't take care of your child. You're doing it to yourself, right? Because what we had to learn is, as women, right, because I was a single mom before, I had to learn how to boss up. And so now when I boss up, I look at the people who don't take care of their kids and I say, woe are you. You think you're really going somewhere when you're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. You're really setting your own self up, and you think you're running from the woman and the child when you're running really from your blessing. It's so funny. It's so funny how people think, but that's the reality. That is the reality. You're not running from the woman and the child. You're running from your blessing. Your blessing is connected to that child. You have a blessing connected there. And the more time, the more years that you spend not standing up because you've been, a lowlife for so long, today is a new day. Today, you can learn something that can help you be a stand-up kind of guy. It's $347. Sit down, use your phone to learn something instead of scrolling, double tapping on fat asses on Instagram. Use your phone to create an income. How can I do that, Meek? Well, the first thing you can do is invest $347 to learn how to start an inquiry business, to learn how to do the process of inquiries so you can be a blessing for yourself and the baby that you help bring into this world. If you can give your kid's mother an extra $500,000 a month and you've only used about 3 or 4 hours out of the whole 30 days, come on. It takes you 4 hours, maybe even 5 hours, I don't know, to earn an extra $5,000. Do something for yourself. Because even education and educating yourself is doing something for yourself. Taking care of your responsibility and your kid is doing something for yourself. So for those people who are watching me and who aren't standing up to the, and helping the woman who has their child, you gotta do that for yourself. Okay? Do it for yourself. It's worth it. That's it. Okay? So, yeah. So it doesn't matter if you're a woman, it doesn't matter if you're a man and you're in child support. The reality is you need another stream of income. Yep. We're going to have a hackers course, okay? Yep. Because we talked about the hackers program already, but I'm just going to give you a quick overview. If you purchase a hackers course and you do not understand what's inside the book, I'm going to tell you. The first thing is you understand when you become a founder of a nonprofit, the first thing you need to learn is that you are actually entering a new career, okay? And so entering a new career, you need to know what you're looking at. You need to know what your numbers are going to look like or what your numbers can look like. You also need to learn what you're going to compensate yourself. What's the market compensation for a CEO in the home care industry? Okay, so one thing you can find out inside the Hackers books are, what is the market compensation for an individual who begins a food bank, who begins a home care agency, who begins this, who begins that, who begins this, who begins that. You understand that? So that's the first part. That's the first part of the strength of the Hackers book. Market compensation for the founders and presidents, CEOs. Do you understand that idol model? Okay, that's the first thing. The second thing is, somebody may say, I want to do this as a business, but I don't quite know what to use as a mission statement. Okay, if you don't know, if you don't have a really good, solid mission statement for your nonprofit organization, you want to get a Hackers book, because inside the Hackers book, it tells you literally what you can use as a mission statement. We have done ethical hacks to help you no longer be stressing for months, over what am I going to use as my mission statement. Inside the Hackers books, you can model those mission statements because you're in that industry. So if you're in the home care industry, you're going to look at what are other organizations, what is their mission statement, right? How can I now model these kind of organizations? You're going to look at their mission statement and you're going to model the mission statements that they already put out there. There's nothing, you don't have to think so hard about what's my mission statement going to be. What am I going to do? You don't need to do that anymore. We've done that for you. We put everything together for you. So then all you got to do is flip through a book to see what kind of resonates with you more. Right? Do you understand that? All right? So that's the second thing. The third thing, okay? If you want to learn what kind of programs to run. Now, a lot of people don't know what programs to run when they get started in their nonprofit. Okay, I don't know what programs to run. I don't know what I should do. Where should I start? Right? Well, inside the Hackers books, when you flip through the pages, you're going to see what are the programs other organizations are running. Right? So what we did was cut your time down and we're trying to help you model the greats. Why do we call those people inside the Hackers book the greats? Because these people are generating the type of money that we wish for our nonprofits to generate. Okay? When an organization is generating, $89 million, and that money is being going into the community, we need more nonprofits generating $89 million, $120 million, so we can now be a blessing to our community. This is the reason why you're starting a nonprofit. The reason why you start a nonprofit is because what? You want to be a blessing for your community. There's no other reason. That is the reason, okay? You want to be a blessing, and it just is what it is. That's it. So what we do in the Hackers book is the Hackers books put everything together for you. Your market compensation inside the Hackers books. What are other CEOs generating? 100,000, 200,000, 600,000. It really just depends on the industry that you're in. Okay? Mission statement. What am I going to use as a mission statement? How can I create a mission statement? Oh my gosh, I can't think. What am I going to use? Go to the Hackers books. It's filled with mission statements, right? Number 3, what programs am I going to run? You don't know what programs run in your organization? That's fine, because we weren't really taught what to do in a nonprofit. So you have to model people who have done it before you, right? History repeats itself, okay? And if you want to be a part of the history that repeats itself, like this nonprofit that's doing $89 million a year, if you want your nonprofit to do those kind of numbers, then you have to do some of the same things that nonprofit has done, okay? And the secret to mission statements is organizations are funding your mission, right? They're funding your programs, right? And this is why you need to pay attention. You need to learn what's happening, what's going on, right? And that's why I put everything together for you to simplify it. So Hackers books are now $347. Bundles are $15.47. Okay, so if you did not get your Hackers book before, you can get it now for $347. All right, the link is in my bio. If you don't know what to get, and you say, you know what, Meek, I really just want to get all the Hackers books because I just want the information, I think it's phenomenal, then you'll be buying the bundle. So we cut your price about, I think it's like 60% or it's 55%, something like that. I'm not really sure, but it's less than 50%. So go grab one. And that is what's inside the Hackers idol model. I hope that answered you. Did that make it more clear for you? Now, guess what? We are doing a Hackers course though. Yep. So they start Hackers course. Is Mama Do, are you still on here? We're supposed to I think the Hackers courses are starting. Hackers courses are starting next month, right? The 2nd, the 4th, the 2nd, something like that. So we're going to be promoting that. We're going to start promotion for the Hackers course because people have purchased it, but we just want to talk to people. Like if you've purchased, if you've purchased the bundle, we're going to see how to assist you with the courses. But if you purchased one Hackers books, you're going to purchase the course just for that group. So if you purchased, home care, if you purchase the home care book, you're just going to get the Hackers course with the home care. Okay? Yeah. And so the great thing about the Hackers course is that we're able to really talk to people who are in that environment, and we're only doing 4. We're only doing 4 Hackers courses, right? So it's either you're doing education, you're doing food bank, you're doing housing, or you're doing home care. Those are the first 4 Hackers courses that we're releasing. So you have to kind of choose. All right? You have to kind of choose. All right, so yeah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sell individual Hackers courses, and then we're going to sell the bundle, right? So you can buy a bundle or you can buy an individual. So the people who will be interested in a bundle are people who purchase the Hackers bundles if they're doing this as a business. I'm not sure how to answer that question. I'm not sure how I should answer that. I want to just tell you something. If you're seriously thinking about creating 6 figures from starting a nonprofit, maybe you're not. You may just want to make, 3 figures. You may be happy with making 3 figures. I don't really market to people who only want to make 3 figures. I kind of market to people who want to make 6 figures or more in their organization and for themselves. So with that being said, when we talk about being active in a nonprofit, it depends on your level up. You want more, you do more. You want less, you do less. So that's a personal preference. I personally cannot see myself holding the tools to generate 6, 7, 8 figures and talk about how active do I have to be. So it's a mindset thing, I think. Executor. Good morning. It's a mindset. And now, Inquiry Business Bundle. share this now. I'm going to share this. So you now can go get your Inquiry Business Bundle for $347. I'm excited. Yep. I want to put this. Wait. Give me 1 second, y'all. I want to put this in a link tree for you guys to be able to purchase. I mean, that starting a COVID nonprofit is a no-brainer. Anybody who nobody should be broke right now. Nobody should be broke right now. Nobody should be broke right now. Dara. And don't forget, we have the 100 letter library for dispute letters. It's 100 dispute letters. Each letter is $1.47. We have attorney letters. We have 100 letter library for people who starting a credit repair business. I'm gonna send an email about that now. Any questions for me, guys? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Nonprofit questions? Credit questions? questions? I think I'm gonna go. Don't forget, guys, letters. If you're on here, the 100, the 100, listen real quick, the 100 letter library, okay, for $1.47 a letter, I just now reduced the price to 47 cents. That's how bad I want you to win. Now, if you can't start a business off of 47 cents a letter, you don't need no money. Yeah, 47 cents. And you know what I'm going to do? And I'm going to give you 125. I'm going to give you 125 letters. And I'm only going to sell. I'm going to go 10. I'm going to help. I should put 7. I'm going to put 7. I'm going to help 7 people because there's 7 people on here right now. I'm going to help 7 people. Each letter for 47 cents. Okay? I just gave you 125 letters. All right? Listen. If you cannot get into my mentorships or my courses, you need to start there. Okay? Start with the business inquiry business bundle. Start with the letter library. Okay? Start right there. Okay? What's included in nonprofit class? Which one? Not the hackers, just the regular what class? The approval class or the funding class? The approval class or the funding class? Approval class. How to get approved. Yeah. Yep. How to get approved. How to get funding. It's in a funding class. In the hackers books. Really, the hackers class, nonprofit hackers class. We're gonna talk about how you use the book, number 1. And really just going through the book and teaching people how to what to take out if they see a program, how do they extract what they're going to use, you know, a lot of just content that they need to learn. Yeah, because I don't really understand it. Like sometimes, like anything that we're teaching is like a how-to. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, what are you getting in that? What do you want me to say? You think I'm gonna just run down? I want to talk about things that are like that's important, but it's like not really. What do you think you're gonna get in an approval class? Right? What do you get in the funding class? You learn how to get funding. What do you think you're gonna get? What do you learn? What do you learn? What do you learn in the inquiry removal class? What do you learn in that class? What do you learn? I ain't got no damn sense. What do you learn? Let's take a walk. Take a walk, walk, walk. So, I guess that's it for right now, right? I answered all your questions. I really I need a coffee.